Ahoj, tady je Jane a já vás vítám u třetího dílu Hogwarts Legacy. Minule jsme naši protagonistku náhodou stejného jména jako já opustili na konci hodiny kouzel, kde probíhal magický souboj s koulemi, takže teď se podíváme, jak to celé dopadlo.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. There we go. I know everyone is watching. Here, try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Juhu! A jsme obě na nule.
Here we go. Yes!
That's it.
Let us see this.
Tímhle by mi to nemusela úplně vyhodit ven. Dobrý. Možná toho mohla využít a šupnout si to sama. Stůj, 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 stůj! Do prkna.
Don't lose your composure. Very good, both of you. Well done.
Takže plichta.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Tak jo, čeká mě druhá dnešní hodina.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Oh. Ouagadougou? To je Lhasa Apso, ne? Ne, to je psí rasa. Wow.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Tak na tohle holku bacha a umí kouzlit i bez hůlky.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronena wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word
If
if
you're
you
so
would.
inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on
Tak,
clothing,
profesor
to
chce
be
se mnou
precise,
mluvit.
Sebastian. You know it won't work on
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Tak, profesor nás poučil, že spolužečka, se kterou jsme měli tady závod ve válení balounu, je strašně talentovaná, takže si nic nemám dělat z toho, že jsem to s ní projela. Jakože říkám, že jsem to přece neprojela, když to byla plichta. A že si pro mě připraví nějaký speciální úkol. A zároveň očividně jsme poskočili na druhý level. Ještě nás teda čeká obrana proti černé magii. Ale teďka tady teda... Jo, co tu máme? Legendární kápě. Kterou získáme za 4 story questy. A tady máme nějaké legendární rukavice. Tak na rukavice vám asi kašlu. A teďka bych si tady měla nasadit, že chci na obranu proti černé magii, kde se naučíme Levioso.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
A pamatuj, je to Leviosa, ne Leviosa.
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronen.
Tak jo.
Revelio.
Jdeme najít druhou hodinu. By snad neměla být až tak daleko. Co ještě dolů po schodech? No, to ještě chvíli bude trvat, než se tady tu školu naučím.
Revelio.
Něco zajímavého? Nic.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Jo. Tady teda máme rychlocestovací bodík.
Revelio.
Můžu si zatočit globusem. Tady to očividně bude chtít trošku jiný kouzlo. Jakože nějakou, tak jako alohomoru. Tohle se na mě dívá.
got.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Profesorka má spoustu studentů, ale jenom jednu lebku toho velkého draka. Takže nás teď naučí kouzlo, který už mnohokrát zachránilo. Což je levitační kouzlo.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Ano, žádný opírání o lavice.
Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent.
Překvapený oponent je slabý.
Now, well done.
Takže musí lítat.
Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Super Levioso.
Complicates things. Good form.
I know.
This can't be your first duel.
No to rozhodně ne. Aj.
What are you doing up there?
You're good.
Now perception. Thank you.
Rather good at this, aren't you?
I know.
Stupefy.
My students would accept. I do enjoy life.
No.
Not bad for a
Trošku se mi pletou prsty na klávesnici.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
OK, takže i profesorka Hecatová je nadšená s tím, jak mi to úžasně jde. A bude pro mě mít special úkol.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Aká namyšlená Cressida. Očividně, když se to musela učit ve čtvrťáku nebo v páťáku.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling
Takže Sebastian ze Zmiozelu nám nabízí tajnou duelovou organizaci. Svádí mě na cestí, přitom já jsem děsně poctivá studentka z Havraspáru.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck.
Nicméně má pravdu v tom, že potřebujeme trénovat, že jo?
Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Revelio.
Ježiš, ty oči, ty mě nepřestávají fascinovat.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Mně se tě nedivím. Tady máme taky rychlou cestovací. Nicméně tady mi to ukazuje nějakou truhlu. Já ji nevidím. Tak možná později. Nicméně teďka bych se měla setkat s Weasleyovou. Takže zase dolů. To ještě uvidíš, co všechno Jane tady bude práskat v lese. Tyhle ty pavouky a tak.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronen. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near, what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronen did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronen will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Mm-hmm. There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
Tak jo, takže jdeme, potřebuju vlastní hůlku. Akutně a hned.
I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area.
Nestratila se ani v největší škole na světě.
Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can.
Okay, takže tu máme i troublemakery.
Your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Cože, to taky budu muset pít. Já se asi jako nechce chodit do prasinek jenom proto, abych tam pila tu hnusnou břečku. Tak a profesor Ronen nás naučí reparo, což se určitě bude hodit. Ale já si asi ten quest jenom jakože vyzvednu. A potom stejně půjdu do prasinek. Jestli to teda půjde. No, nevím, koho jsem to hladila. Snad to není nikdo přeměněný a potom si nebude stěžovat, že jsem na něj šahala bez jeho svolení.
There you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Takže... Chce, aby jsme něco pozbírali.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Ne, musíme to takhle. Tak a teďka zkusíme teda mapu. Zkusím to s tím rychlo posunem.
Page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
Might some kind soul help me?
No teď schválně, jestli nebylo náhodou rychlejší si tam prostě dojít. Bylo. Okay.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much trouble.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Ježiš, tam je ještě F-ko. Well.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
OK, další level. A tady někde teoreticky je truhla. A k ní se budu muset teoreticky časem nějak dostat. No. Ale teď se vypravím do prasinek. Jo, a projdu teda kolem tady té věci, že bych si mohla odemknout cestovací bodík. Kudy? Po schodech nahoru.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Tak s tebou si taky promluvím až někdy příště. Teď spěchám. Tady je taky někde zakletá truhla. Taká stará uniforma. Což sice nebylo přesně to, kvůli čemu jsem sem šla, ale tak proč ne? Dobrý den, pánové. Well, well.
What are you up to now?
Tak, tady máme puntík. A tady máme Natty.
Hello, looking for me?
Of course, lady.
Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off? I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience.
Nepochybuju. Jo, máme tam fanfarpálový hřiště, ale letos ho nemůžeme použít. OK.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Ale slyšela jsem, že jsou k tomu kódu schovaný všechny věci, takže to asi dodělají časem a Quidditch bude.
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient ruins. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it.
Zajímavé, květiny, co se sami zalévají.
Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas, but that's one of the few times of year I would rather be here.
A mohli by si místo toho tím potloukem házet.
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow. Oh, wait, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making.
Whee! Tohle. To bych asi domů nechtěla.
Look, from the Forbidden Forest. Hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs? Absolutely.
Vlastně celkem zvláštní, že už to tam rovnou ukazuje jména těch studentů. Jakože třeba by mohlo být anonymní student, dokud se s nimi neseznámím.
Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin. I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be gleaned outside of the castle walls.
Nevím, co to je, vypadá to děsivě, ale stejně to seberu. Protože nikdy nevíte, kdy se to bude hodit.
How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too.
Je tu trochu větší zima než v Africe, ale budíš.
Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear.
Školník?
Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy, guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Well.
Oh, Mr. Moon, a demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village.
Je trošku společensky unaven. A další věc, co se dá sebrat.
There is much outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. You know what they are about goblins and such? It might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you.
No. Snad se to k něčemu bude hodit, když tady toho tolik nabírám. A vůbec nevěnuju pozornost na ty. No a jelikož se blížíme do prasinek, tak tady to aktuálně ukončíme. Nezapomeňte dát like a odběr, abyste se dozvěděli, že Jane Dillinger pokračuje ve svých dobrodružstvích v Bradavicích a přilehlém okolí. Ještě si tady pohladím čiču. Mějte se krásně a budu se těšit zase příště. Ahoj.